Hi everyone, it's Kim from Papery Petals and Eclectic Papery, and I am here today to talk about the Gelli Plate. I'm going to make a tag using the new 3x5 Gelli Plate. I love it. It's so tiny and cute. It's fantastic. So I've got my Gelli Plate, some Dina Wakley acrylic paints. You can use any kind of acrylic paint on a Gelli Plate. I have a tag, and then I have a stamp set from Tim Holtz that I think I'm going to stamp and cut out one of these images here on the tag. The sentiment is really speaking to me tonight. And I've also got a few stencils. So when you first open your Gelli Plate, and this will be the case with any size that you get, you'll find that it comes with little instructions on how to do that. And the Gelli Plate folks, Gelli Arts, have a lot of great video tutorials for you to watch if you go on their site. Then there's also these two little plastic sleeves. You want to hold on to those. Don't throw those out, because you can use that. Number one, you can actually use this as a stamp and hold on to that, and you'll also want it for good coverage on your Gelli Plate once you're finished. You can also just leave it on the little piece of plastic if you'd like. It does need a good smooth surface, solid surface to stick onto. I'm going to stick it onto my nonstick craft sheet, and that'll stay on there just fine. Alright, and then I also have a brayer, and I think I'm going to start by using some masks, which I don't know if I've done this before or not, so this is going to be a fun learning experience for everybody. So I have here leaves from the Dina Wakley mask set. This was out, I think, but in January. So this is the stencil, if you want to use it as a stencil, and then these are the images that are punched out, and we're going to use those as a mask. So I'm going to put those aside. You can see I've painted on this already. It's so pretty, I don't even want to clean it. And I think I'm going to start with tangerine. Now, when you're using a Gelli Plate, you need very little paint. You don't need much. Let's see how I do with that little bit. Nope, that's about it. You'll see this spreads over really well. You don't need much. And I've even got that little thing there, and I don't mind. I'm going to put that down. And there's a bunch of different ways that you can go about this. I actually think I'm going to pick up the middle part here on my tag. I'm going to overlap a little bit. So this is a perfect size for a tag. And I'll show you two different ways you can achieve looks here on the Gelli Plate. So this one, we have the cutout here, which is great. And then if I remove these, I could come back over here and pick up, what do I want to do here? Maybe I'll do it across the top. Decisions. And with this small one, you almost could just use your hands and press. And then you can pick up the excess there. So I am not going to clean my Gelli Plate. I'm going to get those little flecks off, though. I'm going to put down a little bit more paint. I am using turquoise this time. I'm not cleaning my brayer either. And you'll find with the Gelli Plate, once your brayer gets covered with the paint, you'll get, sorry about that. I'll pick up. No need to clean, really. And then the other thing you can do, which I think I want a little bit of blue overlap and a little bit of the turquoise here. I think I'm just going to use my hands. Press that down. Oh, that's so nice. And then if I want to remove this, I'm going to come in and pick this up here. You can never go wrong with the Gelli Plate. There are no mistakes. I will clean off my brayer a little bit on the back of my tag. Oh yeah. See, I love when when the images start to overlap. So nice. I think I'm also going to pull out lemon. If I can find it here at the last minute, I decided let's do a little lemon. pick up some green here too. Trying to decide what else I want to have. Let's do this. Now you can also, with something like this, you can put the stencil down in the wet paint and then put a piece of scrap paper, this is cardboard, down. No, that's what that looks like. And then pick that up. And we can come back in, and I kind of like the idea of this color blocking almost. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's nice. So you get just a little bit of that overlapping. Oh, I love that. That looks good. All right, and I think I'm going to come in with one more color. And what I like to come in with, this is something that I kind of like to do. I'd like to use a metallic. This is just an Adirondack paint dauber in silver, all kinds of nice stuff on here. Ooh, that's all right. That'll add texture. That's probably way too much paint, and you'll see what happens when we get too much. But what I find with when you bring in the metallics, and I'm just going to clean my brayer off here. The metallics tend to pick up anything and everything that's left on your Gelli Plate. And I'm just going to quickly find, let's do a honeycomb stencil from Wendy. I'm just going to quickly put this down here. I think I'm going to do a little bit of both here. Oh, I love that. So I'm going to run this over again, because I want that same look where I remove the excess paint, and then I'm going to get just this little tiny pattern in here now. And sometimes you pick up so much good stuff. You never know what you're going to get with Gelli Plate. Oh yeah, look at that. So now I've got this great little bit of silver sheen. Oh, I love that. That's perfect. So that is, ooh, can you see that? I should have taken pictures of this as I went along with the process. So you just end up with all these layers of colors, and that's a great background. So I'm going to clean off my Gelli Plate, and I'm just going to do that with, you know, those baby wipes. You can do it with soap and water. I think that I'm actually out of baby wipes, so I'm just going to use a little bit of water and clean that up. I confess, you do want to take everything off before you pack it away. You also want to be very careful. There's some little bits of paint. I don't want to leave that on there, because if I do and I put it away, the impression of that little bit of dried paint could mar your Gelli Plate, and you'll end up with a permanent mark there. So I'm going to get my work surface cleaned up and dry this off a little bit, and then we'll be back to finish up my tag. Okay, I'm back to finish up my tag, and I just wanted to show you the process that I took for all of the finishing elements with my main image here, which is the little circus performer from the Big Top stamp set from Tim Holtz. Looks like this. I love these images. Very fun. So I knew, because I have such a busy background, it would be difficult for me to stamp the image here, color it in, and really have it stand out. So what I did was stamp the image twice. I put it here on my main tag because I wanted, this was the placement that I wanted. And then I colored in the little balls that circus guy is juggling with my Pitt pens. The Big Brush, these are the Big Brush artist pens. Love these, great for coloring. And then I kind of keep a stash of these number 5 manila tags, because they're great for stamping sentiments and the other design elements that you want to cut out. I'm really partial to the manila tag or the manila material, because it's very sturdy, it's heavyweight, and it holds up to any kind of ink. So I stamped my little circus guy a second time on manila tag, colored it with Copics, and then cut out each individual element. Now here's one of the reasons I like to, for images like this, I like to stamp on my main background, then stamp the image again and cut it out. You have all these little lines here, which is indicating movement of the little circus guy. And if I just cut it out, you see you lose all of that in the cutout spot. But you'll see when I apply the cutout on top that the lines that are stamped underneath, you'll be able to see those. And so I'll be able to maintain the entire image without losing anything. So I have that. I also stamped the sentiment on another manila tag, and I used a Spellbinders die, just a round one. It's not sitting here in front of me. I think I already put it away. To trace and then cut this out, and it fits perfectly down here on the bottom of my tag. So my elements are just about ready to attach, but I am feeling like I need more of a neutral in the background of the tag. The silver metallic could be a neutral, but I want something a little darker. But I don't want to go too dark because I already have this deep black in the sentiment in my image. So I'm going to use Gathered Twigs, and I'm going to use this is the Affirmation stencil from Dina Wakley. And I'm actually, I'm not going to, this says something and you can put this all together. That's not what I want at this point. I just want some of the letters to very lightly show up. And I'm just going to have those in a few spots, kind of coming down the tag here. And of course you're not going to see it when we get all the way down here. So just want this very lightly. And I can pick this up and look. Is that good? Okay. And then I know I can come in a little bit darker if I want to. Just kind of felt like I needed one more thing. Not going to see that. And that's good. You see how it's very subtle, but it's there in the background. And it just adds, it's like that neutral. It grounds it. You need black or brown. Gray is good as well. And then I think I might also come across the edges of my tag here. Oh yeah. I can't just leave a tag uninked on the edge. It's just wrong. I have to ink. There's just something about that. Gathered Twigs. It's a beautiful thing. I love it. Look at that. Oh yeah. Just makes the colors, I don't know. I guess because I like earth colors. I'm an earthy color kind of person. Oh, I love it. I love it. I think I might need to add just a hair on my tag too. Can't have anything looking too pristine. Everything has to be aged up a little bit. It's funny, you'd think I'd live in an antique house. I don't. I would like to. Oh, that's good. That makes me feel nice. Oh, yeah. Manila tag, Gathered Twigs ink, perfect combination. I love it. So I'm going to put this on here with, you'd think I had some adhesive right here next to me. I don't. If you saw my room, what you can't see on camera, oh my, you would laugh. We'll use some glossy accents, which is my favorite ink. I think I've been toying with a little swirl, because there's nothing that makes me happier than a little swirl with some vintage stuff, a little bling with some nice vintage background. I like the contrast of that. Okay, here we go. We're getting somewhere now. Alright, so my sentiment is going to go on. It's going to go flat over here in the corner of my tag. You know what I like about glossy accents? Done, held, already glued. And then I am using foam tape on the back of my little circus guy pieces here. And we're just going to line this up so it doesn't block that. Block my words. And so this will all be popped up over the sentiment. Love it. Make sure I get them lined up there, right? Oh yeah. And I don't really even glue the little arms and legs down. I like that they're kind of hanging out. And then the little hat. Oh, that's good. All right. We are getting somewhere. Now, for me, I feel like there needs to be something here. It's unbalanced. Stuff is down at the bottom and over to the side. Maybe I could live with it. I have this fabulous piece of ribbon I'm going to use afterwards, too. I don't know. Here's what I think. I think I'm going to go away and I'm going to think about it. And at the end of the video, we'll show you my completed tag. So I hope you enjoyed the Gelli Plate, the tiny little Gelli Plate lesson. With the tiny little Gelli Plate, if you don't have one of these, You need one. I know you don't think you do, but trust me, you do. Perfect size for a tag. As you can see, it fits right on a tag. The smaller size and the larger size. And Gelli Arts has all kinds of great videos on their website that you can check out with all kinds of fantastic ideas. Great product. Love it. Get one. Seriously. Thanks.